Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition and the 5 Hollywood values that control the creation of every single Dungeons & Dragons hardback source book and adventure book. Recently I did a video and I talked about one of the Hollywood values, and I said, hey, Hollywood has about 5 values. And someone actually asked, they were like, what are the 5 Hollywood values? And I was like, all right, it's a valid question. I'll answer it, right? Because I think so here's the flow. Every single Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition design team member is a coastal elite, right? Like high education, high money, high left. They're coastal elites through and through, right? If you know something about the Dungeons & Dragons design team, 5th edition design team that I don't, and that's not correct of all of them, please let me know. But I'm betting that's correct, right? And so, and basically all coastal elites are very, very passionate about. So all coastal elites are incredibly passionate about specifically. All coastal elites are really very passionate about following Hollywood values. Now, why do coastal elites follow Hollywood values? Well, there's very good reasons to follow Hollywood values. Hollywood delivers when it comes to power. Hollywood has an incredible amount of power, and I think one of the things that Hollywood has shown is that shown very, very very well. They've executed very well. Is that celebrity is more powerful than money? This is new. This is 100% new, and this would not have been possible before the rise of the internet. But with the rise of the internet, celebrity is much more powerful than money. I am convinced of this, right? And Hollywood controls celebrity. They craft celebrity, they make celebrity, they distribute celebrity, they choose celebrity in many ways, right? So basically, if you care about power, you're going to follow the best power model in the world, and the best power model in the world, bar none, today, is 100% the Hollywood model. Okay, all right. So here's the 5 Hollywood values. Okay, and Hollywood cares deeply about every single one of these values. Right, one more than others, but we'll get to it. All right. So they're not in order of. I have a mnemonic. I'll give myself the mnemonic, and that helps me remember all 5 Hollywood values. Autonomous evil fuels beautiful truth. Okay, all right. Autonomous. All right. Actually, so the first Hollywood value is individual autonomy. This is a very dyed-in-the-wool Hollywood value, individual autonomy. About ourselves, we make every choice. And every choice we make must be accepted by all culture and all peoples, right? So every single parameter of ourselves, every single attribute of ourselves, we choose it, we declare it, we project it. And every single choice that each individual person makes about themselves, each individual declaration that each person makes about themselves, each individual projection that each person makes about themselves must be accepted 100% without judgment by all other people. Okay, individual autonomy, and it is maximum, right? And it very much is an inversion of an old rule, right? Of an old idea that what is the old idea of this? The old idea is that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Hollywood has hard rejected this, and it is the needs of the one far outweigh the needs of the many. Right? Okay, so it's definitely a Hollywood value. Okay, evil. The Hollywood value here is evil none. There is no evil people. There is nothing evil on earth. Evil does not exist. There are no evil choices. There are no evil people. There are no evil acts. Evil doesn't exist. Hard Hollywood value. Okay, fuels. All right. So I thought that one of the values of Hollywood was environmentalism. This is 100% not true. What Hollywood truly is they are anti-fossil fuel. They are against gas. They're against coal. They're against oil. They're against taking energy out of the earth, right? Or getting energy from the earth, and generally, okay. Actually, they are 100% anti-fossil fuels, right? We have a 400-year reserve of an incredibly powerful fuel that they have no desire to use, and they want us to switch to a model for energy that has not delivered in any realistic way. It's all vaporware, right? So highly anti-fossil fuel. All right. So, yeah. All right. Next is beautiful, right? Beauty. Here is the Hollywood value. Beauty justifies. Beauty justifies everything. Every action, every choice. Beauty justifies. All right. If you are beautiful, you win. Period. Right. This is the highest of all Hollywood values, right? They don't think about it. They don't talk about it. They just do it. And it is their highest value by far, okay? Truth, all, right? Everything is true. I thought for a minute that it might be relative truth. That's not true. It is truth all. So basically, as soon as something is stated, someone can believe it. If one person believes a truth, then that is their truth, and it is a truth, and truth is truth, right? And so basically, Hollywood believes that anything any single person believes is truth, right? So their value is truth all. All things are true. And also, you can see now, you're like, wait, that doesn't make sense. The Hollywood values don't adhere to logic, okay? Now, every single one of these values deeply impacts every single book that we get for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. They are crafted with these concepts first in mind, right? And every single day we get away from that February in 1974 when the game was born, it is the Hollywood values will be preeminent even more, right? So basically, Gygax's values are losing ground. Hollywood values are gaining ground, right? So these 5 Hollywood values deeply, deeply impact Dungeons & Dragons. They deeply impact, and you could see like Candlekeep and every book that hits. Candlekeep Mysteries, high Hollywood value count, right? It's in every story. It's in every choice that went into the game, into making that book. Von Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, powerful material. I guarantee, here you go, right? The Feywild book, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. It is abandoning, right? The core principles of Dungeons & Dragons were very much solidified within Dungeons & Dragons by Mike Mearls, right? Their combat, exploration, and interaction, right? Well, they're abandoning combat in Wild Beyond the Witchlight. They said, we want to make it so that this book, if you choose to take combat and throw it out the window, you don't have to do any combat in this book. We are rejecting one of our core Dungeons & Dragons values, and the reason why is so that it aligns with Hollywood values, All that is my opinion. What do you think? Do you think these 5 Hollywood values, that these are the 5 values of Hollywood? And do you think they impact Dungeons & Dragons the way I say? I'd love to hear your thoughts or any other thoughts you have on this subject. Thank you. Please consider liking and subscribing. Have a wonderful millennium.